It is no longer a news that P2B has been away for some time, consulting with Nigerians in diaspora, organizing a town hall meeting with Nigerians in US, in Germany, Canada, and Italy. But today, we are going to bring to you a video where he granted an interview revealing what the first thing he would do once he becomes the president of this country. I would like you to watch it and hear from Mr. P2B what he would do, the first thing he would do once he becomes the president of Nigeria comes 2023. Keep watching and don't forget to subscribe and also follow us on our social media handles.
Welcome to NOR TV's Global Politics Horizon. The first question is, assuming that you are elected, let's look forward to day one. You've been sworn in and you've just closed the door to your presidential office. You're sitting down and adjusted your seat to your liking, and you grab the presidential pen. What are the top priorities that you tackle for day one?
Well, that's interesting. Thank you for assuming that I'm going to be elected. And what do I do from day one? And thank you sincerely for inviting me and for this opportunity. For me, from day one, I'll go straight to tackling the issue of insecurity. It's the number one priority, insecurity. But we are beset with a lot of other problems which needs to be tackled simultaneously. But on top of that list is insecurity.
So I also want to jump into another question here, and I want to make sure I get this exactly right, so pardon my glance down. But President Biden here in the U.S. approval rating has recently surged as he has made good on several campaign promises, such as relating to climate change, as well as student loan forgiveness. In the name of transparency, what promises should the public hold you accountable for against the next 4 years if they were to want to vote for you for re-election?
Now you're talking about 4 years, so it's not day one.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure that everything I promise is tackled simultaneously.
Okay.
And the promise is that, again, is insecurity, dealing with the issue of rule of law and order, since the government, bring stability in the polity, uniting the country, ensuring that there's transparent and visible good governance, fighting areas of corruption, which will be visible and transparent, and people will see it. Cutting the cost of governance, investing in human capital development, and ensuring that critical areas of infrastructure, like power, is seen to be tackled.
Okay.
And this, I've said, people will see, whatever we're doing will be visible, it will be measurable, people can see it.
And I think that's very important for it to be visible and measurable. So that's something that we can look forward to. So thank you. That's great to know.
Given the numerous challenges that Nigeria faces, corruption, like you mentioned, a lack of stable electricity, lack of job growth, etc., what message would you have for those who have already just simply given up?
Well, like it's happened in every other nation, what we're going through now have happened in other nations. What it requires is just leadership. If we have a competent leadership with character and capacity, you start trying to pull the country out of all this. There's nothing difficult in saying, hey, today we're generating 4,000 megawatts of electricity, that we're going to move it in 4 years, in 5 years, from 4,000 to at least 10,000. It was the rocket science. We'll do it, people will see it, people will feel it. We're going to deal with the issue of corruption. It's something that is, I preach it every day. If the leader is not corrupt, his family and those around him are not, you reduce it by 70%. And whoever is doing it knows that he's going to face the law. So if you're caught in it, no question. Nobody's above the law. And you start doing this. You see, when you start doing the right things, issue of what is even mentioned, job creation, if you tackle the intangible assets of insecurity, which is number one, deal with the issue of rule of law, law and order, invest in human capital development, you're going to start attracting people to come and invest local first, your diaspora, then foreigners.
So also, anytime the question is asked, essentially, everyone always affirms that they believe in a more inclusive government. However, we've seen time and time again, whether it has to do with gender, ethnic group, physical ability, that action isn't necessarily taken. In your, if you were to be elected, what specific pledges can we hold you accountable for regarding to this subject?
What it means inclusiveness, for me, it is about, I said it before, about competence and capability. As governor of the state, of one of the states in Nigeria, I had, for example, more women working for me than men.
Okay.
Because they were competent.
Right.
So it's not a question of, it's not something that you're entitled to.
Right.
You know, it's not an entitlement.
Right.
It is the question of, are you qualified?
Absolutely.
You know, we have to be qualified to work, because I need to engage and work with people who are qualified, who are competent, who have the capacity